What's up everybody? Today I'm going to be doing a review on the GoPro Hero 7 Black Edition. And I'm going to be filming most of this review on the GoPro itself, so you get a sense of what it's like when you're vlogging or maybe doing a product review. So there's so many reviews on the internet about the GoPro Hero 7 Black Edition. I really wanted to focus this review more on the negatives. There are a lot of paid influencers out there, a lot of fanboyism, and everyone talks really positively about this camera. I just want to shed some light on some of the issues I've had throughout my experience. So first, I want to talk about build quality. When I first opened the camera and I felt it in my hands, it felt pretty heavy, it felt pretty substantial. It does feel like a premium product because of its hefty size, even though it's so compact. However, the case that it comes with is really cheap. It feels like cheap molded plastic. I had already chipped off a piece of the connection by trying to screw in an accessory. It kind of cracked at the bottom. Getting the camera in and out of your case, which you'll be doing a lot when you want to transfer images or charge the camera, is really cumbersome. Like, it doesn't just come out the case really easily. It's like you kind of have to finagle it, and it's super annoying. Okay, so let's talk about the software. So my impression of the software is that the menu system is pretty intuitive, navigating between different modes and setting different resolutions. And there are so many combinations of them, which is kind of annoying. And not all of them work with hyperstabilization. Some of them don't work with different field of views. That's pretty confusing. But I think what really sucks is the LCD screen touch input is terrible. It's really laggy. I don't know, it just feels really slow. And sometimes I'm trying to navigate between modes, and it takes a long time. It's not snappy at all. For such an expensive product, I really expect something that is zippy, fast, and responsive. And worse is that if you're playing around the camera, doing 4K playback or recording in 4K, it gets hot and it crashes. To fix that, you have to hold down the mode button, the power button for 10 seconds, and it'll reset. That's okay. But it shouldn't crash. Like, it's kind of weird. Like you're filming something and you want to capture it, and then your camera crashes. That's terrible. When I first opened the camera and I paired it to my phone, I had to update it, and it actually crashed while it was updating. So I had no idea that the update was complete. I pulled out the battery, I put it back in, and it said that the update was complete. But I was really worried that I would have bricked my phone because it crashed while updating. It was a kind of a cumbersome onboarding experience. Another thing that really sucks about this camera is the low light performance. It is completely craptacular. Testing low light.
Kind of running right light.
And especially if you have hyper smooth stabilization enabled, which is like the main feature of this camera, it just does not work in low light situations at all. And it's very, very jittery. And obviously this is an action camera and you'll be filming most of your clips during the day, but I wish the low light performance was a lot better than it is. Another annoyance is that there's no front LCD screen. So when you're doing, selfie vlogs, it's really hard to get the right frame and composition. I actually have to compare it to my phone so I can see what it looks like on the camera. Battery life is terrible with this camera. It's about an hour. So if you're, filming a vlog, you better have extra batteries, and that just adds to the cost of the camera. And another thing I find annoying is that when I'm recording myself and I'm holding the camera with my hands, I sometimes touch the LCD screen and it does some settings change or, locks the exposure. Yes, there is a screen lock, but I find using that really annoying. At least the front monochrome LCD screen explains what is happening. So if your settings is wrong or it's doing something, the front LCD screen does help a bit. Okay, we have to start all over again because I don't know what's happening with the record button. Another thing that really, really annoys me about the GoPro is that it sometimes just stops filming after a certain amount of time. Okay, pro tip that I should have done in the beginning, I should have enabled the beeps. So when it stops recording, it'll make a sound. And I would also recommend disabling the voice command, because when I was recording myself earlier, it just automatically stopped recording and I was not aware of it. I had no beeps or no indication that it stopped recording except for the front LED light. Definitely have that enabled when you're filming indoors. I like to have the beep disabled when I'm outside because at least filming is a little more discreet. For the quality of the clips, they look okay. I mean, they're only really good in the daylight, but I'm skeptical of how good they are compared to a cheaper Chinese brand or the Sony Action Cam. I mean, I would like someone to compare the GoPro with the Akaso EK7000 4K. Give it a run for its money. I mean, that camera is a quarter of the cost of this camera. Another thing that kills my productivity using the GoPro is when I film slow-mo footage. It uses the new HEVC format, which my editor, Adobe Premiere, does not recognize. So I either need to upgrade or convert the footage using a recommended application called Handbrake. And converting the footage is a very lengthy process, really slow, and your footage in the end doesn't look as good as it was before because it's compressed again. So here's some test footage. I tried to show different types of frames per second, resolution, and field of view, so you get a sense of what it's like in different situations. Check it out and judge for yourself.
Say hi to camera. What's your favorite place to eat in Toronto?
Island Foods.
So to recap, I do like the camera. I think it's, does its job as an action camera, but the low light performance, the laggy input for the menus, they aren't deal breakers, but I wish it's something that GoPro could, assess in their software. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about the GoPro, leave your comment down below. Please leave a like if you like this video. And if you're a fanboy, you're probably gonna dislike this video.
Good cut.
I got hiccups. I can't even do this vlog here.